What is happening, guys? So today we are going to talk about 3 reasons to make protein a priority that you had no clue were that important or were even important to begin with. Maybe even existed. Let's get it. So today we are going to leave that bro science at home. We all know, as we start working out, to prioritize protein. But do you know why? Do you know why it's so important? We know it builds muscle. We know it's a key to, we know our 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, 1.5, 0.8, whatever the case may be. These are like one of the first things we learn in the fitness community. Protein builds muscle, that's all we're told. But it also has amazing effects on a lot of other functions within your body. Number 1 being your immune system. Now, a lot of people don't really relate protein to recovery. A lot of injuries you get can be handled with just uptaking your protein, resting a little bit, things like that. But your immune system is at a constant war inside of your body. And it uses the aminos from the proteins you digest to replenish itself. So sort of to kind of recruit new troops, so to speak, for that war. So as we up our protein intake, we're protecting our immune system, allowing that immune system to fight at 100%, right? Which allows us more time in the gym. Allows, if our immune system's at 100%, that protein can now go to other places like building muscle, like recovery, and helping heal other injuries or anything like that, or maybe even the fatigue that you're feeling. Number two being, it takes more energy to digest protein than it does any other macronutrient. And what am I talking about there? So when you ingest protein, whether through chicken breast, beef, eggs, protein powder, whatever the case may be, your body takes that and uses energy to digest that. So you actually burn calories to digest protein and get those nutrients to where they gotta go. Protein actually takes up about 20 to 30% of the calories that you intake just in digestion. Whereas carbohydrates about 5 to 10 and fats are about 3%. So let's say you take in 100 calories of protein. 20 to 30 of those calories are already gone just through the digestion process. So it's like you're taking in 70 calories as opposed to 100 while helping your body heal, recover, and do all of that fun stuff that we need to stay at our peak performance. And number three is a 2-parter. First part of number 3, protein is very satiating. So it fills you up faster and it fills you up for longer than carbohydrates. Yet it's worth the same amount of calories per gram. So that right there is a major, major, major plus. The second part of that is the fact that it's very, very hard to overeat protein and for protein to stick to you as fat. Whereas carbohydrates naturally gets converted into sugar and then stored as fat, what we don't use, or not necessarily, but in the most basic biological sense. Protein is very, very hard. Your body needs a lot of it, especially anybody doing fitness in the gym, doing CrossFit, any of those types of things. You need a high amount of protein. So your body is going to use what it needs, and whatever it doesn't need, it has a much more likelihood of getting rid of rather than storing as fat. Or if it does hold on to it, it will use that first. And if you're still hitting those workouts hard, you're still clean on your diet, it's a much cleaner source and will burn off much quicker. Number one, it helps boost and support your immune system. Number two, it burns more calories to digest protein than any other macronutrient. Almost double the amount of calories burned just to digest it, just to get it functioning properly within your body. And number three, it's much more satiating and less likely to stick to your body as fat than any other macro out there. Ultimately, from the very beginning, at a very basic level, first step is to concentrate on calories before you start breaking everything down into macros. But when you do, we want to concentrate on those higher protein numbers and lower carbohydrate numbers. Until you get a handle on it, see what your body does after a couple of weeks and start adjusting from there. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.